Woo! Strap in, Mr. Misters, because today was a hell of a day. Saturday, October 2nd, 2021. What happened today? Let's get right into it. Left the house and went straight to the post office, then went to the warehouse to grind. Now, the pallet I got 2 days ago, John and I got through about half of it yesterday. Today, I want to finish it. So I got to work on it by myself. I sorted the books by condition. Then Mom, thankfully, came to help me for a couple hours where she did the sorting and I did the listing. I split it between Amazon and eBay. We were working quick. I had laser focus today because I have so much motivation after getting the opportunity to purchase 10 Gaylords for 60 bucks a piece coming out of Ohio. Now, this opportunity came up randomly. I saw a Facebook post from a person in the Book Flipper group say that they're offering 10 Gaylord minimum orders for 60 bucks a Gaylord if we could set up freight shipping or another way to get the Gaylords. So I was contemplating whether or not I want to get this because I got this backup of 8 Gaylords right here, but I'm like, screw it. This is a great opportunity. If I can use this as motivation to go through these 8 Gaylords and work hard for the next couple weeks, I can get these 10 Gaylords in just in time and get to work on those. That'll boost up my cash flow, I think, and get more orders into the works, help me get to my goal of making $1,000 a day consistently. So yeah, for the next couple weeks, my goal is to be grinding on these Gaylords. I need to free up some space. I'm not doing any more book sales. I'm not going to be getting any more donations, not going to do any more free pickups. I'm just going to grind on the Gaylords. It's nice to just focus on one thing for once. Okay, so I'm proud of the progress I made today with Mom. All we have is 3 boxes left. The reason we couldn't do those 3 boxes from the pallet is because I had to go to a cookout. Ooh, Mr. Eric, you got invited to a cookout. Yes, I did. Guess who invited me? Huh? Mr. Grooms, my neighbor, Mr. Josh Grooms. For some reason the other day, we struck up a conversation in the hallway, and he randomly invited me to his cookout this Saturday. So I'm like, bet. Why not go make a better connection with the guy? It seems like we're business partners at the moment because I list some shoes from him on Amazon, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. So might as well become friends with him now rather than later. Now, the only thing is I didn't really want to go to this cookout alone because nobody likes to go anywhere by themselves. Now, the only problem is I didn't want to go alone to this cookout. I wanted a +1. I don't know any girls that well yet that are willing to do +1s. Most of the girls I know are already taken by some mans. So you know who was my backup plan? Mr. Henry. Oh, Henry. Loyal cousin Henry. Henry loves barbecue. Henry's favorite thing in Florida is barbecue food. So I thought this was a great opportunity to sell Henry on the fact that there's barbecue at this cookout. And guess what? Henry's down. So Henry pulls up to the warehouse and him and I leave to go to the cookout. We stop by at Aldi on the way there and the liquor store to pick up some stuff because Josh requested that we bring some stuff. I got like Chex Mix, I got Mike's Hard, and I got some bag of assorted chips. We brought that to Josh Grooms' house. I was a little bit nervous because all I know is Josh Grooms. I don't know anybody else at the cookout. Plus, they're all older than me. They're in their 30s. I'm only 23. Henry's only 23, so we're going to be the youngest people there. However, when we show up, it's pretty welcoming. It's pretty nice to see that. Josh comes from a southern culture, so it's all that southern hospitality. And then everybody else that was pretty friendly, too. I guess most of the friends are from the MMA gym that Josh Grooms go to. I don't do much MMA, so I couldn't get on the topic of MMA, really, so we just talked about other random stuff. I swear to you, I probably met one of the funniest guys in the world today at this barbecue. This dude's name is Wesley. He works with Josh's wife at some software company. And this dude started telling me that he used to be a manager at Applebee's when he was 21, and he told me all these stories about how his kitchen staff would be having sex in the freezer. Like, I'm not lying here, but apparently one time the owner of the store caught 2 staff members having sex in the freezer, and he made Wesley go talk to them. And Wesley was like, what the F? He didn't know what to say to these staff when he had to confront them, so all he asked was about the details about how they had sex. And apparently the girl said that to make it work, she had to bend over the French fry box so the other dude could pipe it in her hole. Like, what? That is not romantic at all. I don't think I'd ever find myself bending over a girl, slapping her cheeks on a French fry box. That would actually get me limp. And the fact that it's in a freezer and I'm shrunk due to the physiological nature of a male penis, that doesn't help it at all. I kid you not, this had me laughing for like 3 minutes straight. And I wasn't even drunk at this point, even though I had some shots of Fireball that some girl didn't want as a gift from this other guy that was at the cookout. When I saw the Fireball, I was like, bet, let's take a shot. So Henry and I took a shot. I had a great time at the barbecue. So did Henry, I think. The chicken was also bomb that Josh Grooms made. However, we couldn't stay long because we had somewhere else to go. And guess what that place was? You will never guess. a freaking Korn metal concert. You think I like metal music? No, I don't. Not until today. Uncle Dan, Henry's dad, had like 2 extra tickets to this Korn metal concert at the Xfinity Theater in Hartford, so Henry invited me. At first I was like, I don't know if I want to go, but then that part in the back of the brain saying, you gotta experience life, told me that I gotta go. I gotta be down. I always gotta be down. Whenever I ask Henry to be down, he's down, so I gotta be down for Henry. It's a mutual thing. So Henry and I F off out of the barbecue and we go straight to Xfinity Theater for this Korn concert. Now on the way there, I recall that Mr. Matt Hamill works at Xfinity Theater. He's a parking lot attendant. So I had to hit Hamill up and say, yo, are you gonna be at Xfinity Theater for the concert tonight? And Hamill's like, yeah, I'm gonna be there, bro. So I said, Hamill, I'll see you there. And Hamill's like, bet. So of course, when Mr. Henry and I show up to Xfinity Theater and we get in, we're using Dan's tickets, we go straight to Hamill, who's sitting by the Dunkin' Donuts building. We walk up to Hamill and we freaking take a shot of the pumpkin spice free Dunkin' Donuts samples with him. Then we just talk about how Mezzo's went last week, how the strip club went. We just vibed over those memories. I feel bad for Hamill though. Apparently he was playing a soccer game the other day and the ball hit him in the eye and now he's some vision problems, so he can't play on the club soccer team anymore. Really sucks. I would hate to have that. He said there's like a black spot in his peripheral vision. Like, oh my god, that's kind of scary, dude. Like, if it gets worse, you might lose your ability to drive. I hope it doesn't go that way. Anything's possible, but medicine's good nowadays. He should be good. I gotta say though, I did not expect this, but the metal concert was freaking lit. I always assumed that metal was freaking weird and it was all negative and depressing music. That's why all the metal fans dress up goth and emo, but I'm freaking mistaken. When the concert freaking started, I was blown away. It was freaking powerful. Why do I say powerful? Well, that's the word Henry uses to describe metal music. The freaking drums, the guitar, it sends like this wave of energy amongst the crowd, and you just feel it in your chest, bouncing up and down. It's like there's an elephant trying to rip out of your chest, and it just makes you want to freaking go hard. Like, this is how the metal music people dance. They go like this. And there's something called a metal scream that these guys do. If you don't know what a metal scream is, I highly recommend you search it on YouTube. It's kind of like this. Like, imagine you're listening to a metal song and the guy starts screaming like, ooh, wah! It's not like that because that's awful, but these guys make it sound like futuristic and surreal. When I do it, and when a normal person does a metal scream, it's freaking wavy and crackly. When you hear an actual metal artist do the metal scream, it's like a single note coming out of their throat, like deep down out of their gut, like the devil's like coming out of them. I don't worship the devil at all. I think that's freaking weird, but it's like some demons coming out of them and screaming. It's like sharp, high-pitched, or low-pitched. There's like a high-pitched metal scream like, ooh, ah! And then there's a low-pitched metal scream like, ooh, ah! There's those 2 types. And these guys who do the metal music, they are experts at it. Apparently it takes like 12 years to master. So during the concert, when the Korn guy was freaking doing the metal screams, I was looking at Henry and I was going like, yeah! So lit, dude. My whole interpretation of metal music changed in one night. I am actually going to be looking up metal music later tonight and downloading it to my Spotify playlist. If you want to see my Spotify playlist, hit me up in the comments. I'll put it in the description. With all that being said, here's my advice on life. If you have an assumption about some activity, throw it out the window and just try it. If you think people are weird at some event, just go to the event. You might vibe. I thought all the metal fans were gonna be freaking weird and emo, but honestly, these guys are so freaking hype. They go hard when they dance. It's not like a rap concert where all the people just stand and go like this the whole time. These dudes at metal concerts are literally throwing their bodies all around. They're going in mosh pits. They're shoving each other. It's insane. It's like people are on crack. Well, they might be on crack. They might not be, but it looks like they're on crack. The concert ended around 11. I was kind of craving some more. The only thing is this Korn band, they're like 27 years old, so these guys are in their 40s, 50s. I bet they didn't have the energy to last much longer. I'm surprised though how long they did last. The drummer literally had no break. He was drumming away the whole time. His biceps didn't look big, but damn, he's strong. Okay, when the concert was over, we walked out. We saw a guy almost steal a free water from one of the hooligans that was selling his water. Sorry, I used the word hooligan. That's an entrepreneur right there trying to make some bank off the crowd. Respect. And yeah, we walked to the car, talk about how the concert went. It was super fun. And then we start driving home. However, on the way home, I get a random call from Mr. Wayne. Now, this is the 4th time Wayne called me today. The other stuff was just random. This time Wayne called me, though. It was kind of important. As soon as I picked up the phone, Wayne was super energetic. He's like, yo, guess what? Guess where I am? And I'm like, what, Wayne? And he says, I'm at a freaking car show next to my house. Like, you should come. So I look at Henry and I'm like, Henry, are you down? And Henry's always down. So I'm like, all right, Wayne will be there. So So we pull up to this car show. It's not really a car show. It's more like a car meet with people's random cars that they want to show off and rev in a parking lot. It's right across from Costco, which is next to Wayne's house, so it's pretty convenient because it's on our way back. However, as soon as we get there, we see cops like breaking apart the whole thing. There's people running to their cars, dusting out of there. I call Wayne and he says, "Oh, damn, you just missed it. The cops came and just busted us." It's weird because nobody was doing anything illegal. There was no races going on, according to Wayne. People were just revving their engines in a public parking lot, which is fine. And the cops are just taking precautions, I guess. We didn't drive all the way there, though, not to see Wayne, because Wayne's freaking funny. So we decided to just meet Wayne in the Costco parking lot. We talk about some cool stuff like Tarkov, cars, golf, and then we start planning some random trip to Massachusetts on Halloween weekend. This is gonna be pretty sick. Listen to it. Friday night, we're gonna go to freaking Six Flags to go to the haunted houses. Saturday night, we're gonna find a club that's having a Halloween party where there's gonna be girls with sexy costumes. And then Sunday, which is Halloween day and night, we're gonna go to freaking Salem to get spooked by some ghosts and real witches who are gonna get burned at the stake. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but according to the Crucible, which I had to read in Mr. Ludden's class in high school, that might happen. I always feel like I gotta be the guy to plan, so I'm gonna be planning all this stuff. I'm gonna head up the squad tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to John. I'm gonna talk to Henry. I'm gonna talk to Wayne. I'm gonna talk to Rohan. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Zach. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Roddick. I'm gonna talk to Mr. LVHO. All those guys and maybe more. Yeah, Alex, Hamill, Dominic. We're gonna try to get a squad to go to Halloween weekend in Massachusetts. It's gonna be lit. In a normal friend group, this would not happen. However, most of us are dedicated to this type of stuff. We are usually down for anything. If you ask most of our friends to be down for something, they are down. Rohan is down all the time. John's down. Wayne's down. Henry's down. We got not many flakers in the friend group anymore. It is freaking great to be surrounded by that type of energy because you can always plan on something going on the next weekend, the next day, the next month, the next year, hopefully the next 10 years. So stay tuned in the next couple weeks for that to happen. Moving on, last order of the night is I dropped Henry off at his car, which is parked at the warehouse. Since I got to the warehouse, I decided to come in, check that nothing's stolen. Usually nothing's stolen. However, one time, I think somebody came in and moved my Wi-Fi router because I swore I put my Wi-Fi router on the window ledge, but it ended up on the bookshelf for some reason. I mean, it's better on the bookshelf. I don't know who came in and did that. Maybe I was doing it subconsciously or drunk or high, even though I don't smoke weed and I don't drink alone. But who knows? Maybe some paranormal activity. What else did I do in the warehouse? Oh, I recorded this video. 12:30 a.m. I'm recording. This is the grind, baby. I don't know why I do it. I just want to look back at myself in 50 years and realize that I was doing something good for myself. I want to show to my grandkids what I was like, because when you look at an old person, you think they're an old hag and boring. But if you see them in action in their younger self, it's really life-changing. I'm going to go home now, though. I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, peace.